What's going on, SEC basketball fans? Man, you in here in the paint basketball, SEC basketball at that, man. I'm your boy, Coach I. That's SEC Mo from Hog Wild Podcast. We do this thing every Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central. What's going on, Mo?
Man, what up, Coach I? You know I got to do it, man.
Hey,
I got to open it up with you. You know I got to ask you, man. What's happening? Hey. What's good,
right.
Man?
Hey, man, good. Listen, a good week for women and men's SEC basketball, man. So, hey, look, if you are new to the show, every Sunday, man, we get it in last strike, man. In the paint basketball, we talking about SEC basketball every week, man. I'm Coach I from the Fan Addict Sports Network and Rebound at the Stead, talking Georgia hoops, and he is SEC Mo from the Hog Wild Podcast, talking all things Arkansas, man. But we talk it all up and down, man, and we're going to get into it, especially that Arkansas-Georgia game. Of course, we got to talk about that, man. But, you know, to start things off, if you knew, listen, we always give a SEC weekend review. We have a game of the week that we talk about for the ladies' side. We have a game of the week that we talk about from the men's side. And then we talk about Arkansas hoops and Georgia hoops. Listen, right, SEC weekend review. It's been a good week, Mo. Man, listen, yeah. Lady Gamecocks and the LSU put on a show. Yeah. Gamecocks giving LSU their first loss. Lady Vols.
Business, man. I mean, and to be even more disrespectful, man, you know Flage's dad used to be a rapper, right? Named Camouflage.
Right. I saw that.
Name is Camouflage, man. And at the end of the game, South Carolina played one of her daddy's songs, and he passed away like when she was when she was little.
So she was I think when she was 6 months old or something like that.
Bro, I'm talking about the level of disrespect for that, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy work right there, bro.
Right. That's crazy. We'll talk about that a little bit, man. The Lady Vols and Texas gave us a good game. Arkansas gets their first SEC win over my Dogs. UGA extends the losing streak on Saturday against Florida. Man, Vandy beats Kentucky, Mo.
Man, bruh.
Right.
Big Blue Nation was going crazy on Twitter. I'm talking about they are pissed. Big Blue Nation was pissed about that loss, man. They talking about it's an unacceptable loss. It shouldn't have happened. Man, I get it, man. But hey, Vanderbilt is just putting together a string of wins, bro. Like they just winning. Football, basketball is just coming together for Vanderbilt right now. You can't be mad at that.
Listen, we're going to talk about the SEC standings right quick because Vandy actually got two really good quad one wins, one over Tennessee and one over Kentucky. They came back to back. So currently, Auburn sits at the top of the conference after a win over Tennessee yesterday, which we'll talk about later on in our Game of the Week segment. But they're at 6-0 in the conference. Alabama's number 2. Yep. Florida and Mizzou tied right now at number 3, but Mizzou beat Florida if I'm not so it's listed alphabetically right here, but if it was down, if the conference ended this week, Mizzou would be ahead of Florida. Then you got Tennessee, Mississippi State, Vandy, Ole Miss, Texas A&M all at 4-3 in the conference.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Right. 5-way tie for what is that? 5th place. And then you got Kentucky at 3-3, Texas at 3-4, Oklahoma at 2-4, Georgia at 2-5, LSU and Arkansas. Well, LSU is at 1-5, Arkansas at 1-6, and South Carolina still searching for that first SEC win. Dog, it's tough out here, dog.
It is, dog. I mean, when you run down this list of teams in the SEC, bro. I mean, Auburn, Alabama, Missouri balling, Florida, Mississippi State, bro. We got at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 teams within the top 25 nationally, all in the SEC. Right. That's insane, bro.
Right. And everybody in the conference got double-digit wins already. You know what I'm saying? So from top to bottom, like there's teams that are better than other teams, but there is no easy out for the most part, week to week. And that's what makes it hard. I think the SEC gonna get about 10 teams in. So if you don't make that top 10 cut, I know Joe Lenardi was saying like 13. I don't see no 13 teams getting in, but hey, what do I know? You know what I'm
We'll
saying?
see.
Right. I think you gotta get in that top 10. And right now that stops at Kentucky.
Yeah,
And
I agree.
right at Kentucky. You know what I'm saying?
I
And
agree
that's
with that. Everybody else is just fighting for their life, man. I mean, Texas had a big win, of course, and then Oklahoma, they stuck it to Arkansas. Georgia struggling, LSU struggling, and we know what Arkansas and South Carolina doing. So, I mean, everybody's on the struggle bus if you are not Kentucky and up.
Right, man. So, man, that brings us to our women's game of the week, man. The women's game of the week was the Lady Vols traveled to Texas to take on Madison Booker, man, and the Longhorns. It was a good game. I know people say, why was the game of the week not South Carolina LSU? Well, we didn't want to always talk about South Carolina every single week because technically we could do a South Carolina game of the Lady Gamecocks game of the week every week. You know what I'm saying?
Good. I mean, that LSU, you got to think about it. That LSU game, undefeated LSU team, Kim Mulkey, Flajay Johnson, you know what I mean, going against the South Carolina Gamecocks, that was a huge game. But we can't talk, like you said, we can't talk about South Carolina every week.
Big facts. Sam Jones is in the building. What's going on, Sam? Said mad as hell as the Hogs fan. I hate we suck. I hate the Eagles going to the Super Bowl. I hate the weather. I hate Jerry Jones. Sam is not having a good week this week.
Hey, that's fam right there. Sam Jones, man. That's fam right there, man. I haven't recorded all week on the Hog Wild podcast.
I saw that. I was like, okay, Mo hadn't come in.
Nobody know I'm even doing this right now, but I'm back next week. I had to, bro. I'm in. I don't know if but I'm in grad school getting my MBA right now, bro. So,
oh man, you got a lot going on.
Yeah, I had to take last week to adjust because I just started class.
I got you. Earthman in the building. Say Arkansas not making the NCAA tournament. Facts.
Nah, that's over.
Right.
I don't even think we're gonna make the NIT, dog.
Well, Earthman say maybe the NIT. We'll see. We'll see. Like at this point, that back half of the SEC, that's what we're shooting for. You know what I'm saying? When you're talking about Texas, Oklahoma, Georgia, LSU, Arkansas, and South Carolina, like the NIT right now, again, crazier things have happened. Somebody could go on a run, but right now that's the way it's looking because we're the only teams. Those last 6 teams are not even 500 in conference. And if you want to listen, all the teams in the SEC had great out of conference wins coming into conference play. And I was saying on Rebound at the Stead for my Georgia podcast that all we had to do was go 500 in conference. You know what I'm saying? That's it. 500 in conference. And we'll get to the Dogs a little bit later, but dog, that's not happening. You know what I'm saying? So right now, right. And now on the women's side, man, listen, Tennessee has lost 4 games, like all under 4-point losses, dog. Yeah, that's crazy. Like their average points in the losses is 82-80. That's crazy.
Yeah. And the thing is, man, Tennessee is still solid, man. That's a solid female team, man. 15-4. 3-4 in conference, man. They just couldn't handle the Texas Longhorns, man. Texas is 19-2, 5-1 in conference, and the only conference loss they have is South Carolina, man. And it was ugly. I mean, don't get me wrong, but I mean, Texas is a strong team, bro. I mean, I feel like the Lady Volunteers have a lot to still hang their hats on because they fought hard. I mean, let me take a look at this box score, man.
Yeah, I mean, because the Lady Vols, their depth kept them in the game, but Texas height was a little bit too much for them down low. Yeah. Texas had 19 second chance points in the first half alone.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Right. And at one point, Tennessee had like I want to say it was a 2-point lead. But Texas took the lead and in the first half, finished on a 7-2 run, man. And after that, it was just kind of like a back and forth thing. Tennessee, you know how I feel about them first 4 minutes of the second half. Tennessee opened the second half on in the third quarter with a 10-2 run, go up 50-47. But Booker and Taylor Jones from Texas, that combo was just lethal. Booker had 26 and 6. Taylor Jones had 19 and 12. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Ruby Whitehorn and Spearman came to play, man. They had 17 and 11 respectively. But ultimately, it was Taylor Jones, I feel like, and the rest of those bigs that in those second chance points that kind of did the Lady Vols in.
I agree, man. And I mean, when you look at it, man, Madison Booker played. She played the entire game, bro. She
Right.
played 40 full minutes of basketball. So she didn't come off the court. I mean, she went 0 of 2 for 3, but I mean, like you said, she was solid from the free throw line. She was solid from the field at 50%. No 6 rebounds, man. Two assists, 2 steals, 1 block. She was all over the place, man. She only had 3 turnovers in 40 minutes. That's a hell of a game by Madison Booker.
It was, and I'm interested to see once in a couple of weeks, South Carolina travels to Texas to see if Madison get back, because she did not play good in that first game against South Carolina. So, hey, it is what it is. Now this week coming up, man, Missouri got Texas, and Tennessee has South Carolina tomorrow. At, I want to say 7:00 on ESPN. Man, we got some more people done join the chat. Transplanted Texas, what's going on?
What's going on?
Pharaoh X, appreciate you getting in. Say Gamecocks run this. The Lady Gamecocks for sure, man, for sure. They, you know what I'm saying? They got a test tomorrow. I think Tennessee will put up a fight, but I think at the end of the day, Gamecocks just be too much for them, man. So, let's say Sam Jones say, don't act like the weak ass Kentucky team can't lose Saturday. That's true. That's true. I'm just going by what right now they're in 10th place. If you ain't in 10th place, I don't think you got a shot to make the tournament, but you are correct.
We'll figure it out. Listen, we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Right.
We'll get to that.
Right, but listen, man, the Tennessee Lady Vols got to get over the hump, man. Like I say, when they beating people in the SEC, they winning by, I want to say, an average margin of about 25 plus points. But then when they lose, they losing by an average of 2 points. So the Lady Vols have got to get over the hump, and I don't know if that starts tomorrow with South Carolina coming to town. So
I don't think it's gonna start tomorrow, Coach. I think it's gonna have to start with Missouri. You know what I'm saying? Right. South Carolina women are gonna give them all they want. I mean, I just can't see. The Lady Vols beating that South Carolina team. I just can't, man. I mean, like Pokey said, when you got 10 McDonald's All-Americans on your roster, I mean, what you supposed to do with that?
I mean, listen, the height for the Longhorns, hindered, kind of hurt the Vols, and South Carolina's coming with just as much height and more talent. So I think this will be somewhat similar. I think they probably beat them a good 10 points, you know what I'm saying? But I think the Lady Vols will try to turn it into a track meet. South Carolina can handle that, but I'm pretty sure South Carolina have a couple of turnovers here and there. But on the men's side, Mo, we had us a game last night. Number 1 Auburn versus number 6 Tennessee.
Yeah, man. I mean, hey, it was a hell of a game, dog. It came literally down to the last play of the game. And I mean, my guy, Zakai Ziegler, he just couldn't drop that shot. I mean, he had a great look. Don't get me wrong. He had a great look. But, I mean, it just didn't fall. And, I mean, when you look at the box score, man, you got – man, let's look at this box score. He's like Zakai Ziegler had 14. Chaz Lanier balled out with 27 minutes and 10 points. He was 4 of 11 from the field, 2 of 6 from three-point land. He had how many rebounds? 2 rebounds. And I mean, my boy Zakai Ziegler, he went 0 of 6 from the three-point line. So that played a big part in this game, even down to the last shot, because he missed it. He hadn't hit a 3 all night. But, I mean, when you look at this Auburn team, man, they're just solid. When you got Johnny Broome coming off the bench and giving you 33 minutes and 16 points, I mean, what can you do with that? He went 7 of 19 from the field, 1 of 3 from three-point land. And he had 13 total rebounds and 4 blocks. Like, he balled out.
Right. He had that foot injury a couple of weeks ago, and they missed the game against Georgia. He missed the game against Georgia, and he came off the bench this game, so that I think they tried to work him in slow, but getting him back was huge. Like you said, 16 points, 12 rebounds. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Auburn had 19 offensive rebounds. Tennessee only had 2 offensive rebounds.
That's the difference in the game all day long. And the crazy thing is, they still only lost by 2 points, dog.
Right.
That's crazy.
Right.
To get out rebounded like that and only lose by 2 points is insane, man. That just
Auburn
shows
had
you how good Tennessee really is.
Tennessee is good, man. And watching Ziegler play, man, like you say, his 3-pointer was off, but he's so great at setting his teammates up. Like it's like it don't matter what set they run, what play they're in, he can get one of his guys a backside lob. And it's like they just be throwing it down. So that dude, again, I want to say he's a 5th-year senior, so he's very experienced. So having Ziegler on the court gives you a chance to be in every game. And like you said earlier, man, this was everything we thought it was going to be. Went down to the wire. Ziegler gets a clear look with 5 seconds left and misses the 3-pointer. They try to get the rebound. Broom gets the rebound and just tosses it ahead into the front court.
Yeah,
and that was pretty much it.
It just wasn't Ziegler's night, man. And that's unfortunate because he's such a good player. And bro, hey, these Buffalo Bills might just about to score. Just as a side note, but no, I mean Zakai Ziegler is a great player, and like you said, he can get a shot for his teammates at any point in time on the court because of his experience. But also, I feel like his stature, he's so small, man. He's so shifty that it's hard to keep up with him. So when he makes a cut, I mean, and you take the defender off try to get him off the ball. I mean, he can just pass the ball to somebody else and get a clean shot. But just good enough, man. When Broom got warmed up, he got warmed up, bro. And I mean, man, he went ballistic on Tennessee, man. But like you were saying, as far as rebounds, bro, it's just ugly. I mean, from what I see right here, it says that Auburn, like you said, had 15 offensive rebounds and Tennessee had 10. But what did you say? 2? You said
I meant to say I thought they had 12. That's what I meant to say. So they only had 10?
Yeah, they had 10.
Okay.
But the offensive rebounds is really what made the difference in the game. If you made a shot off of 5 rebounds, that's a 10-point swing, man. So hey, it is what it is, man. I mean, that was a hell of a game, coach. I mean, you got any more thoughts on it?
Hey, man, I just think it's going to be interesting to see if anybody right now. Auburn is undefeated in conference. I don't think they're going to go undefeated, but I don't know right now if I can say definitively who's going to give them that 1 or 2 loss.
Let's look at Auburn's schedule real quick, man, because that's a good point. They got LSU coming up. I don't feel like LSU is going to have enough firepower to beat Auburn. Ole Miss can compete. They just ain't got enough athletes. Ole Miss is not an athletically gifted squad, just at all.
Right. So like I'm looking at February the 15th, 4 p.m. Auburn travels to Alabama. I think that's
a game.
Now Florida got the pieces to beat them, but they play at Auburn. So I think it's hard to win on the road in the SEC. We've seen this time and time again. I think Auburn will travel to Ole Miss and get the win there, but I think on February 15th is when we see Auburn get their first loss to Alabama, and that might actually, if Alabama can keep up their play, that'll actually put them in the first spot in the SEC, man. We got some more people checking in the comments. Let's see. Quinn Thomas says, here we go. 8 to 10 conference wins will get you in the NCAA tournament. That's how good the SEC is. Yeah, so 8-8, and so you play 16 games in conference. If you go 8-8, that's what I was saying. Coming into conference play, every team had a shot at the NCAA tournament because of how good they did in out of conference.
Right.
All you had to do is go 8-8. But right now, those teams below Kentucky, and I mean Kentucky on that line too. But right now Kentucky's 3-3, so they still on track to be 8-8. But everybody else got that Texas, Texas, LSU, Oklahoma, Georgia, Arkansas, and South Carolina.
Yes. It's not looking good for them boys. It ain't looking good for these teams, man. I mean, like you said, the cutoff is Kentucky. Like, if you're not Kentucky, you're on the bubble. Like, you're pretty much out.
Right, because you got to get to them 8 wins, like Quinn mentioned. Angel in the building said, "What's up? What's going on? What's
good,
going on?
Angel?
Appreciate you getting in here." We got here Kentucky can get the win this Saturday. Who's Kentucky play this Saturday?
Arkansas.
It's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a good one.
Yeah.
Okay.
You and we go to Kentucky. So John Calipari, that's his welcome back to Lexington. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like that's why Florida. Listen, that's really why Florida be taking them games. First of all, that's our rival. But second of all, we got Florida old coach, so they definitely gonna try to always prove something when they play us. So man, hey man, it's time to talk about it. Time to talk about it, Mo. Arkansas hoops. Arkansas gets their first SEC win against my Georgia Bulldogs.
Man.
And listen,
It feel good.
Right. Listen, I'm gonna tell you what we're gonna talk about the minutia of it, but at the end of the day, Arkansas wanted it more than the Dogs. At the end of the day, Arkansas wanted it more than the Dogs. That's what it came down to. Because let me give you two stats. Let me give you two stats, Mo.
Get into it.
Georgia outshot them from the field.
Yep.
And Georgia outshot them from the 3-point line.
Yep. All day long. And that's crazy.
So that's what I'm talking about. Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think Georgia, if I'm not mistaken, Georgia shot 34% from 3-point line. Y'all shot 13% from the free throw line. I mean, from 3-point line.
Yeah.
Like,
as a matter of fact, y'all were 35.7% from 3-point line.
Right.
13% from the 3-point.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about, though. That's what I'm talking about.
And then field goal percentage. The field goal percentage for y'all was 43.5%, and Arkansas was 31%, dog. Like, we wasn't hitting nothing.
But look at them offensive rebounds, though. That's
where we won the game. That and the free throw line.
Right. The free throw line, y'all was like 24 or 26 from the free throw line or something like that.
But you know what, Coach?
But y'all just wanted it more, dog.
That's the reason why Arkansas lost so many games, because we never won the free throw battle ever. And we always lose the rebounding battle. But in this game, we won rebounds, we won free throws. And that's what won us the game. And
that very last play showed basically culmination of what happened in the game. Again, wanting it more. You know what I'm saying? Y'all up one after he hits the first free throw. He misses the second one. Now, granted, it's little probability that if we get the rebound, call a timeout, that we're gonna hit a shot with 1.8 seconds left. But my point is, he shoots the rebound. We got 4 guys right down there on the lane. Some guy steps over to so-called box him out, but all he does is put his hand on him. Y'all gotta get the rebound. He
got his own rebound and scored on the last play.
Right. Like, they're just wanting it more. That was just wanting it more. You know what I'm saying? So
I agree.
You know, and then that actually, I think, led to some better play. I'm not saying it was great, but better play in the Oklahoma game. I know y'all took a loss to Oklahoma, but I felt like I told you off camera, I felt like the ball moved a little bit better in the Oklahoma game. You know what I'm saying?
It did, man. And I mean, overall, I'm going to be honest with you, man. Even though Boogie Fland is a hell of a player, don't get me wrong, I feel like this team I feel like they're being forced to find other options on the offensive side of the ball. And it ain't working. But the fact of the matter is, you got Carter Knox stepping up. You got Billy Richmond stepped up, and he actually scored 2 points. Big Z has 7 points in this Georgia game. Adu Thero has 17, which is the guy that missed his free throw and got a rebound and put it back up. Carter Knox had 13 in this Georgia game. Jonas Adu had 5 points. Jonell Davis had 9 points. DJ Wagner had 8. So, I mean, it was an all-around team effort. Everybody who played scored.
Right.
So, you got to get your hat off to these guys, man. I mean, it wasn't pretty. It was very ugly. But everybody who got on the court for Arkansas in this Georgia game scored.
Right. And like I said, like you seen the hustle plays, the rebounds, man, free throw again. I think Angel just put it in there. Say free throw line, and it's big in the SEC. It is. It's like because of how close these games are. I mean, I don't know what it was in the Auburn Tennessee game, but I'm pretty sure it played a part in that game as well. So,
and you want to know something, Coach? When you look at championship or when you look at conference championship games, you can go from college all the way to tournament time, all the way to professional basketball, man. Games are won at the free throw line.
Especially those close games. You're right.
That's what I'm talking about, man. When you get into the tournament, bro, it's won at the free throw line. Arkansas, the SEC is so competitive now that, bro, it's coming down to free throws and rebounds all day long. Who wants it more? You got to take it in the SEC, bro. One way or another, either it's going to be rebounding or it's going to be free throws.
Right. Sam Jones said, "You right, Mo. This game was a complete team effort. Every round of roster contributed to the."
Hey, Sam Jones always going to have one tuck, man. Sam Jones, he ain't lying though.
Hey,
He ain't
Johnny.
lying.
Hey, in the Arkansas Oklahoma game, man. Like I said, it came down again to the wire.
Bruh.
Look up what's the stats from the free throw line in that Arkansas Oklahoma game.
Let me look at this game, man.
Because I mean, we just talked about it.
Let me go ahead and get them shots fired out. Man. Sam Jones out here firing shots, man, per usual, and we ain't mad at it. But Jonell Davis was the lead scorer.
That's what I told.
18 points. You know what I'm saying? 35 minutes. But the boy went 5 of 16 from the field, 3 of 11, bro. 3 of 11 from the 3-point line, dog. That's terrible. I'm gonna let Chuck say it.
That's terrible.
That's terrible.
That's terrible, bro.
I mean, terrible.
You put up 18 points, I'll give you that. But bro, you're not him. You're just not him. You had 4 years at FAU, whatever it was, wherever you were. It was Florida University, Florida Atlantic, Florida International, wherever you were him there. But in the SEC, bro, you're not it. I'm sorry. I mean, you can't buy a bucket, and when you buy one, you then completely delete everything good you did by a stupid turnover. And like the last play of the game, bro, you had a clear shot at the rim, but you sold out for a foul. Go for the bucket first, Jonell, and then sell out for the foul. The foul will come. But, bro, he could have scored, man. But he just sold out for the foul, turned the ball over, and they ended up lobbing it up the court for a last-minute score, last-second score. And that was it.
Well, listen, man, that Oklahoma was a perfect spot to build on that win over Georgia. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it takes a win to get over the hump. You got a good win over Georgia. That Oklahoma game was a perfect spot to get it. And like you said, just those little things like that, man. Going 3 for 11 from the 3-point line for Jonell. What as a team? What y'all shoot from the free throw line though? That's the key. Like y'all lost by 3 points, dog. Y'all lost by 3 points.
Free throw line. Arkansas was 16. I mean, Arkansas was 13 of 16. We actually, Arkansas was 13 of 16. We were all right from the free throw line. We were 81.3%. We were actually better than Oklahoma, but the issue came down to rebounds. Man, we got out rebounded. Oklahoma had 35 rebounds to our 29.
Yeah, some of those might have been key offensive rebounds. You know what I'm saying? Black Neighbors gets into the chat. What's going on? Appreciate it.
Hey, Black Neighbors be on. He be on the Woo Pig podcast. That's Deezy's face.
Shout out to Arkansas will never be any good until they start bringing in some players back to build on. New portal and freshman all-star teams aren't beating less talented teams with returning starters. The returning starters give you that maturity, give you that cohesiveness, that chemistry that you be missing when you add new players all the time. Like we talk about that all the time, man. In team sports, chemistry is a thing, and sometimes it's hard to build that chemistry when you're replacing your players every year. So I feel you on that one, Black Neighbors.
Bruh. That's what we thought Jonell Davis and Jonas Adu were going to be. We thought that Jonell Davis is fresh off of a Final Four appearance, dog. We thought he was going to come in and lead these young boys, and we thought Jonell Davis was going to be that rock in the middle. We ain't getting none of that. They trash.
Different environment, produce different results. Apparently, Sam Jones say Nelly pissed me off with the bailout play at the end. Wagner was open in the corner for a 3, and Wagner was playing good against Oklahoma too, man. Nelly can't jump and never had a clear angle to the basket.
And you know what, Coach? They should have gave the ball to Wagner for that last play. He was killing him with that left-handed layup all game long.
He played good. I like the way he played. He played solid. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think he was getting a little bit more comfortable in his skin, playing without Boogie on the court. You know what I'm saying? Having to step up until Boogie can come back. But you're right. Like at the end, Jonell tried. Man, at the end he tried to be the hero. Still, he should have passed. He thought he had a good shot, but he should have passed.
No, he thought he had a good foul. That's what he thought, and he bailed out. He flopped. He literally flopped and threw the ball in the air, and they didn't call it.
Right. Earthman say Oklahoma got shooters. Arkansas though. This is a fact. Oklahoma definitely can stroke that thing from the 3-point line.
Young Fears. What's his name? Jonte Fears. What's his name?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Fears. I think Fears was their leading scorer. Mello in the building. What's going on, Mello?
What's good, Mello? Hey, shout out to Nisha, man. Hey, I'm sorry your LSU gymnastics team lost to Arkansas. That was an upset.
Take the
Arkansas's
L.
gymnastics team upset LSU this past weekend.
Oh, that's definitely an upset.
It was Friday night. It was either Friday or Saturday, I think.
Right.
It was a great play call by Cal, but it was the wrong person that had a ball in his hands. It should have been DJ Wagner.
Well, it was a good play call, but at the end of the day, like you say, now either go for the basket, don't go for try to get the foul, or if you drive and they crash, kick it out to DJ Wagner. So
DJ Wagner was wide open, but I mean the thing is, John L. Davis failed at that play on both of those points you just made. One, they crashed, but he didn't kick it out, and two, he didn't go for the points. He went for the foul, and he didn't get it.
Right. Yeah, Mello. You came in a little late, man. Y'all got that win, man. We talked about the Hogs beating the Dogs, man, and this is what we're talking about now. Like I thought that y'all was gonna build on that win and beat Oklahoma because Oklahoma's a good team, but I felt like y'all matched up pretty well as long as y'all didn't let them go crazy from the 3-point line, and y'all did. Y'all played them down to the wire, man. Just a couple of mistakes here and there, man. TC, what's going on? He says you're banking on guys staying multiple years. I'd be surprised if Richmond and Knox stay. That's just the world it is today. But I feel that the opinion though, like if you watch when the tournament time come, when March Madness start, you start seeing those WCC teams that don't have those one and dones, like the Santa Claras, like the Mount St. Mary's and stuff like that. You'll see I watched Mount St. Mary's the other day, man. And when Mount St. Mary's, I watched Washington State. That West Coast, what is that? Mountain West
Cinderella teams.
Dog, all them dudes can stroke it, and they be having like 6 seniors in their rotation.
That's how they all built. That's why they go so deep into the tournaments, man. Like they're senior laden, bro. When you got that type of experience, man, you understand floor spacing, you understand situations, you understand the system that you playing within, bro. You just understand a lot more than these young boys at that level. So you can't expect a group of freshmen to take you to a Final Four or anything like that just purely based off talent no more, bro. You got to learn know how to play the game.
Right. So Camo Gang in the building. Hey, Jonas deserves. Say ATP Jonas deserves all the smoke.
At this point, he does. I agree. Hey, and I'm recording this week. I didn't record last week because we had a game on Monday. We had the championship. We had the national championship Monday, and we had the Georgia game on Wednesday, and then Friday we had Saturday.
We had Thursday. It was so we played each other Wednesday. Then Thursday, Tennessee and Texas ladies played, and then South Carolina LSU ladies played, and Auburn and Tennessee boys played. It was a good week filled with basketball. Somebody else said that, Mello. The refs was killing us. No excuse though. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. The refs been like one of the things. This is my thing. Somebody drives to the basket and then a defender tries to take a charge. If there's contact and somebody falls, it's either a charge or a block. Call one or the other. I don't care. And there's a lot of times where the SEC just like, oh, we didn't see nothing. It happened, you know what I'm saying, in the Arkansas-Georgia game. It happened in the Arkansas-Oklahoma game, the Georgia-Florida. It's like, dog, call something.
Right.
Like, it's got to be something. Some contact was made. People feel. Make a call. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. I can't disagree with that, man. I mean, it's just, at this point, man, the ball ain't bouncing in Arkansas's favor and the calls ain't going in Arkansas's favor. I mean, I will say that in this Oklahoma game, Big Z balled out. I mean, he had blocks.
He played good.
He had points. He was 2 of 6 from the 3-point line. He was 4 of 10 from the field, though. But, I mean, he made an impact on the game.
That's what Transplant Texas say. Big Z steadily improving in SEC plays, putting together a better resume than the other two bigs. Adu in Brazil.
He had way more minutes. Trevor in Brazil had 17 minutes. Jonas Adu only had 9.
Why was that? Why is he hurt? Because he normally gets a lot of good minutes.
I just think that his lack of mobility on the court is what sat him down in that Oklahoma game, because the pace of the game was a lot more. It was a lot more fast paced than Jonas Adu. I feel like Cal he had a better matchup with Big Z on the court.
Right.
And Tony
Transparency
said,
say Big Z has brought a little hook shot to the game. I
he
expect
don't
him to
use it all
return.
the time, man.
Right, but muster a meat and potatoes program. Right, he needs some meat. He definitely needs some meat on them bones.
Facts. Facts. But let me just say, man, I apologize to the Hog Wild crew for not recording this week. We had a lot of events, and I just started spring semester of grad school. So y'all know I got a lot going on, but I'm back this week. I'll be back this week, I promise.
Right.
My bad.
Hey, now let's talk about these Georgia hoops and listen, man. I got some feels. I got some feels about the Georgia hoops, dog. Like, listen, man. Hey, and I know Mike White don't watch YouTube, or at least he don't watch the channel. But dog, if you watching, hey, cut the rotation down, man. We can't play 11 people in good basketball, man. It ain't no reason why we should be playing 5 big men. You don't give anybody a chance to get in rotation. We playing against y'all in the first half. This is why, and you saw it on Twitter. I say it was a bad loss because Arkansas is a good team. But if you have a good team down 17 in the first half, you're not supposed to lose that game. We was up double digits in the second half as well. Yeah. Blue Kane comes in and it's like in the middle part of the first half. He scored 8 straight points. And then we bench him because we sit him on because we do this thing with substitutions where it's like the NBA. It's a scheduled substitution. Okay, it's been 10 minutes. Let's get this guy in the game. Like, stop doing that. If the dude ain't tired, he ain't in foul trouble. If he cooking, let them cook. Like, leave him alone. You know what I mean? It hurt us in the second half too of the Arkansas game where Godfrey actually was giving Big Z to work with a little short baby hook. We take him out, no foul trouble, right? He sits for 5 game minutes, which is about 15 to 20 regular minutes, comes back in, gets 2 fouls quick, just like that. Now he in foul trouble. It's like, dog, what the rotation is creating all kinds of problems for us. I know this is the NIL era, and you got to play people to try to keep them happy, but you also need to win. That's the first objective.
I agree with that 100%, Coach. I mean, Asa Newell balled out, though. Let me give a young boy his credit, man. Asa Newell balled. He gave y'all 28 minutes. He was 5 of 8 from the field. He gave y'all 18 total points. He didn't hit a 3, but man, was he efficient from the free throw line. He gave y'all 8 rebounds. He only turned the ball he only turned the ball over once.
My problem with Asa Newell though is he's a one and doneer though mode. He should be more aggressive. Like he plays too much in the Florida game. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, we up double digits in the first half playing in the Florida game is fine. But once y'all made a run in the second half and y'all tied it and took the lead, that's when those one and doneers supposed to say, hey man, give me the ball. Let me get a bucket so we can stop this Arkansas run. And he's still playing in the Florida game. I need you to be a little bit more aggressive. It don't work that way, dog. If you the guy on the team, you're supposed to know that mentality. You know what I'm saying? I agree.
Let me ask you this, man. What do you think of Somto Cyril, bro?
I think he's a great athlete, and I think he's still young in basketball. You know what I'm saying? I think he needs another year. I'm assuming he's gonna come back, but I don't know these days, man. Everybody, he tried to go to the draft, he originally committed to Kentucky. Then he tried his hand at he tried to go see what his draft grade would be. Didn't get the draft grade he wanted. Decided to decommit from Kentucky, and then I think it was right around time, I think Calipari left, and then he signed with the Dogs. I like him at times, man. You know what I'm saying? He plays a decent role. He's a shot blocker, rebound putback type of guy right now. But there was times in the Arkansas game we was trying to give him the ball to make something happen, and that's just not his game right this moment. You know what I'm saying? My boy Shawty in the building, just my damn opinion.
Good, Shawty.
Say we getting cooked. Let's get ready to make a deep run in NIT. Go Dogs, right? Like me and Mo talked about at the beginning. like listen, like we talked about at the beginning of the pod, man. Listen, if you ain't 500 in conference, hey, get ready for that SEC play.
Yeah,
he says why he didn't play number 6 that much. You talking about for the Dogs? Number 6.
Oh, Somto Cyril.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. But this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying about the substitution rotation, the scheduled rotation messing up other things in basketball. We played 5 post players against y'all. Two of them dudes should only get in if it's foul trouble or there's a lot of tired people going on. Other than that, they shouldn't. I'm not saying they're bad. I'm just saying the other three are better. And that's one of the reasons why Sumpto didn't play a lot. I don't know what was going on, dog. But Sam Jones say we should consolidate the Georgia Arkansas roster so we can go 6-10.
I told you, Sam Jones always got one on tuck, man.
Hey man, it's like that, and then then you move over to the Florida game. Let me tell you this, Mo. 13:55 left in the first half. Georgia down 5. At halftime, right before halftime, Florida goes on a 35-15 run, and they're up 51-26 at halftime.
Bruh.
I don't even need to tell you about the second half because it was pretty much we played them toe to toe. But
they beat the black off y'all boys, man. They beat the black and maroon off y'all.
13:55 left in the first. It's a 5-point game. All of a sudden, Florida goes on a run. Florida defensive rebounds, they had 24. UGA had 15. Field goal percentage, Florida 53%, UGA 36%. Florida had 4 guys in double figures. UGA had 1, and that guy had 10 points.
It was that first half for y'all, dog. I mean, y'all got outscored 51-26 in the first half. I mean, in the first half, dog.
Right. Listen, this is something me and Shawty talked about too. He said we're a good team, but this conference is a monster this year. Scheduled too hard. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like every team in the SEC is a good team. I just feel like this ain't the year to be a good team. You got to be a better. Right. This ain't the year to have a good team. It's
like Arkansas. Look at Arkansas, for example. Arkansas has a great. They have great talent, bro. They're just not a good team. They're not. Right. They're not good.
But even if you're good in 2024-25 season, it's not enough to be good. You gotta be great. Now, with that said, I feel like those 10 or so teams that's gonna get in the tourney, they're gonna be battle tested.
Yeah, and, for sure.
And then the other 3 to 4 teams that go in the NIT should make a deep run in NIT, and they ain't no slouch. Like for a program like Arkansas, NIT ain't the goal. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But for a program like Georgia basketball, we know where we at right now. So we gotta do what we can do, dog, and we need to make that NIT and make a run. Transplantation says programs need to get corporations to form real NIL relationship with players. Thero has one with Canes. If corporations paying NIL, you can bitch. I'm with you. Listen, I feel like if a company or a corporation want to pay you, whatever they want to pay you, I do not care, because a lot of times those corporations and companies are not tied to the university. You know what I'm saying? You can get that anywhere you go. So you don't have to. But when the collective is paying you, you like, hey, man.
Do whatever.
Right. So
I'm here to get that bread, man.
Get that bread, dog. And if you don't play me, I'm going to the highest bidder.
Facts. That's a big fact. But I feel like, man, with the way that things are going right now, it's not sustainable. I do think that there is likely going to be a lot of changes in the future, but just not now. Right now, it's the wild, wild west, bro.
Right. TC say that's why Kyle say he only wanted 9 players, because he couldn't get everybody fed on that Kentucky. Players start grumbling. Listen, when I was coaching high school,
so bad right now, we don't have enough players.
When I coached high school in the AAU, that was like high school is a little different, you know what I'm saying? Because they'll think you going crazy, you know what I'm saying, if you only got 9 players. But like on my AAU teams, I never kept more than 8 or 9 players, because I don't care if you got an all-star team. It's hard to get everybody substantial minutes when you go past number 8, unless everybody is in foul trouble. Outside of foul trouble, if you are an elite team playing another elite team, or a really good team playing another really good team, your rotation ain't gonna be more than about 8 people. 9 and 10 just coming in to give somebody a breather, and that's only for about a minute or two. And elite players don't want to do that, to TC point. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So Angel says Florida is dangerous. They got all them 7-footers down there.
Yep.
And they all can ball.
They got somebody that's like 7'10" down there that ain't even seeing the court right now.
Right. So, and then Melo said Cal not coaching. No, no NIT. No
No,
NIT.
no, dog. No,
NIT.
no. We ain't
Oh,
Arkansas ain't even gonna make the
NIT.
NIT, dog. So we ain't gotta worry about that.
Y'all got 10 SEC games left. No NIT, Mo.
Bro, Arkansas is gonna have to go on a parabolic run, dog. Like when I say they're gonna have to go out their minds, they're gonna have to go out their minds to win the rest of this schedule, dog. Like Arkansas schedule for the rest of the season, man. Let me pull it up.
So Melo said, "What happened to Thero versus Oklahoma? Only getting 4 shots is crazy." Uh, Janelle was shooting, maybe.
Yeah, Jonell Davis had the ball in his hands the whole game for the most part. The issue is that he still ain't performing, bro. Like he just ain't. Jonell Davis is just not it. He's just not it, bro.
Sam, I agree with you. He said Blue Kane, the real MVP for the Dogs. Let that man cook the recipe to success. Ooh, they're coming down the trash. Right, listen. Blue Kane in the Arkansas game hit 2 threes and then had a layup. And this is all in the span of about six possessions. And then we just take them out because we got these scheduled rotations like NBA teams. Like, oh, it's the 7-minute mark. Let's rotate our guys. It wasn't foul trouble, but then guess what? When he comes back in, he's not hot, and then he picks up a ridiculous foul. So now he is in foul trouble. And it's like I've been complaining about this. Like I like Mike White. I think he's done a lot for the program so far, and I think he can do more. But the rotation got to shorten, dog. You got to shorten that rotation, dog. Like you gotta let these guys get out there and cook, man. Stop worrying about getting people on like only 8, right? Listen, your 5 starters and 3 off the bench. Like I said, if you playing 9 and 10, trust me, they're not getting that many minutes. And I know people are like Dawn Staley she go 10, 11 deep. She go 10, 11 deep that could play, but they don't play like not all the time. You know what I'm saying? So like in that LSU game against South Carolina, down the stretch, Tahina Pow didn't play, big minutes down the stretch.
Yeah.
Shorten that rotation gets short when them games. But she could have took somebody else minutes and then they wouldn't have been getting a lot of minutes.
But the thing is, man, what Dawn Staley is doing, man, like she's literally got 2 whole lineups, dog, of McDonald's All-Americans, man. But she's making it work. She's making it work, man. Yes. I mean, somebody has to study what she's doing, man. Like if I was South Carolina, it's hard for me to be South Carolina's men's coach and not be like, hey, Dawn, what you doing over here? What you got going on over here? Maybe I need to send some GAs over here.
Listen,
figure out what's going on.
I said this in football too, man. I know it's the time of the NIL unlimited transfer portal, but at the end of the day, majority of elite athletes still want to win. And if you can show them that you're winning and show them that your players are getting drafted to the professional league, they may take like 100,000 less on the NIL. Yeah. They may take 50,000 less on the NIL. So like look at Fuwali. Fuwali could go start for any team she wants to. Yep. Fuwali coming off the bench for South Carolina. You know what I'm saying? So
that's a fact.
Right. Melo say Cal ain't gonna accept no NIT bid. How y'all feel about that?
I don't think so either. But let's get back to this Arkansas schedule for the rest of the year.
Let's do
it. Arkansas's next game is Kentucky. On February 1st.
That's winnable. That's winnable.
On February 1st. That's Kentucky. Then you got Texas. Then you got Alabama. Then you got LSU.
That's
Texas
winnable.
A&M, Auburn, Missouri, Texas again, South Carolina, Vanderbilt, and Mississippi State.
So give me who you think y'all can beat on that, because we're gonna see if how close y'all can get to 500. Right now, y'all 1-6.
Texas.
Okay, that's 1.
LSU.
That's 2.
Because we owe LSU 1. I think we'll get Missouri that second time around.
That's 3.
I think we gonna lose against Texas at home. Because we got Texas.
So y'all gonna split. Okay.
I think we're gonna split that Texas series. I think we're gonna beat South Carolina. Believe it or not, I think we're gonna beat Vanderbilt.
All right, that's 5.
And I think we're gonna lose to Mississippi State.
So y'all, you say y'all going 6-10 in conference. Yeah, you're right. That's NIT because the SEC is strong. That'll be NIT worthy there. So currently the Dogs sit at 2-5, 2-5. Yeah, 2-5. Let's see what our schedule look like going forward here. Dog. We just lost the flow. Okay, so we got South Carolina on Tuesday. We should beat South Carolina, so that'll be one. We're gonna lose to Alabama.
Yeah.
We should beat LSU. That's 2. Mississippi State is a toss up, but so I'm gonna give it to Mississippi State. Oh, we playing at home, so yeah. So that's 3. We play at Texas A&M. I think we lose there. We play Missouri at home. I think we can get them. That's 4. We play Auburn at Auburn. That's a loss. We play Florida again. That's a loss. We play Texas at Texas. That's a loss. And then we play South Carolina and Vandy. So I think we can win Vandy, South Carolina, LSU, Mississippi State, South Carolina. So that's 5. We need to win one more game. I don't know where it's gonna come from.
I don't know where it's gonna come from either, because the rest of y'all schedule is solid too, just like ours, bro.
Right.
I mean, y'all got top 25 teams like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a row.
Right.
And if you don't count this LSU game, you got number 4 Alabama right after South Carolina. Then y'all get into a mean slate, bro.
No, listen, ain't no let up in the SEC. TC said NIT is an invitational. Don't see one coming our way. Okay.
Yeah.
Transfer say Cal turned down early season tourney that Musk had committed to. Cal probably knew competition would be high and didn't want earlier exposure, not taking a chance to lose the NIT. Expect downhill after the UK game. Got it. Hey.
It's gonna be downhill either way. I mean, I just don't see it happening.
Right. It says Shawty say Dawn Staley is able to keep a lot of those players because she's a brand like Prime. That's
is
true.
she really though? Like Dawn Staley was a hell of a WNBA player.
And a hell of a college. She was a 2-time All-American in college too.
But is she really on Prime's level though, as far as brand visibility?
And if you compare
in the female field,
yeah, in the female sports field, she is.
Okay,
yeah.
I mean, I thought we was on it. Whatever we can do, they can do better. It's a type time, man.
Yes.
My bad. I thought we was on a level playing field. I didn't know we was separating it like that.
All right, Bot Magnet say hit that like. I got to get back to work. We appreciate you for getting there. That's right, man.
We appreciate that, Bot Magnet. Hey, we back on time. We back on schedule this week. Razorback Nation.
We streaming on the Fan Ass Sports Network and Hog Wild Podcast, man. Y'all make sure to hit the like and subscribe to both channels. Indeed. Listen, man. TC said, "Can you imagine the 1s versus the 2s?" Right at South Carolina. Listen,
that's what I'm talking about.
That's how you get better, but that's how the elite stay elite, man. Like even 1s versus 2s, and that's how some people end up hitting that portal. Because they thought they was a 1, and one of them 2s came in there and showed them what was up.
That's what I'm talking about. But that's also what it's like at a Georgia in football. You get what I'm saying? Like them 1s versus 2s, them 2s versus 3s, them 3s versus 4s. I mean, those are battles.
It's an 18. I said 16 earlier. Appreciate that, Quinn. Quinn said it's an 18 conference game, so it'd be 6-12. Wow. Okay, that means that you got to win 9 conference games to be 500. If you go 500 in the SEC this season, out of conference already been taken care of. Mm-hmm. If you go 500, you getting in March Madness. If you don't go 500, you need to be the next 2 or 3 to get into the NIT. Georgia will accept the NIT bid. I know Arkansas and Cal might not, but listen, if the NIT come calling, you best believe Georgia gonna be there.
Bro, we've already played 6 conference games, dog. Arkansas ain't. I just can't see us winning. I just can't see us winning. I just can't. We don't have enough talent. Like right now, Arkansas just doesn't have enough talent. We just don't.
Well, hopefully that'll get fixed.
Donnell Davis ain't what we thought he was gonna be. Seven Brazil he's streaky. Like he can get in, he can get going, but like Arkansas just ain't got we just ain't got no scorers on the offensive side of the ball. If Arkansas could play lockdown defense and not turn the ball over offensively, we would be okay. But they just turnover prone, man, and they just can't find their own shots.
Right. Georgia's actually pretty good on defense. It's like the offense, we got pieces that can go get those buckets, but we play so much. Again, it has to be, it's like if it ain't an open fast break layup, we have to always pull it out. Sometimes you got to play in the floor of the game, get some early offense, some transition, some secondary transition points, secondary fast break points, man. But it's been so ingrained in us. It's like we don't get that fast break layup. And we just pull it out. Like sometimes you might have to pull it out, swing it a couple times, get a 3-pointer. You're not gonna hit all of them, but you just need to play in the floor of the game sometimes. Sam Jones say Kentucky gonna treat us like the NBA finals. Every trailer park and coal mine in the state gonna be empty to fill up.
That's a fact. Hey. When I tell you they hate Coach Cal, they hate Cal. And he brought them a national championship. They want him. They want to see his downfall more than they want to see their success.
Right. Quinn said you can go 8-10 in conference and get in the NCAA tournament. I think I did talk to Shawty about this last night. I think if you win, if you close to the 500 mark, but right behind it, you don't get the 509-9. 8-10, I do agree with that, Quinn, because I think the SEC is one of the better conferences that we've seen in like the last decade, to be honest with you. When you talk about top to bottom teams that are good, and I think that's going to help get more teams in the tourney. Again, I do think it's going to be the top 10 SEC teams. So we got 16 teams total. I think the top 10 are going to get in the tourney. I could be wrong. Joe Lunardi he's still claiming 13 going to get in. I don't see it, but that could be the case.
I don't see it either, bro. I don't see it.
So
we only got 1, 2, 3. We only got 12, 15, 16 teams in the SEC.
Yeah.
So the first 13 teams in the SEC are in. So as of right now, that's going to be Oklahoma, Texas, Kentucky, Ole Miss, Texas A&M, Tennessee, Vanderbilt, Mississippi State, Florida, Missouri, Alabama, and Auburn. LSU, Arkansas, and South Carolina are out according to those stats.
Right. So you saying it's not possible to climb back in with the talent that is the SEC, right?
No, dog. No, man. For Arkansas? You talking about for Arkansas?
For Arkansas, yeah.
Dog, no. We had our opportunity. We had our opportunity to prove that we could put 2 wins together against Oklahoma, and we couldn't do that.
Right now, like Quinn said, he thinks 11 or 12 get in. If 12 were to get in, then that would mean Texas and Georgia would be in. Because Georgia has the tiebreaker over Oklahoma.
I mean, shit. Shoot. You got to think about it. 10 of our teams are in the top 25.
Right. Coach, what you think about
top 25? I'm sorry.
Billy Richmond, that's the small forward for the Razorbacks, right?
Correct.
That's who's that? That's number 20.
That's
number 24, right? That's number 24.
He's an athletic defensive player, bro. He's athletic and he's defensive.
I can use Billy Richmond like when you put together a team, man, you use certain players for certain things, man. This dude, I think he's like about 6'5", 6'6", something like that.
Yeah,
can play defense. So you know what I'm saying, I take him, play like at least bring him along. He's a freshman, so he got a little while. I don't think he one and done or nothing like that, but I think he definitely can contribute to the team.
I think so too.
But if he ain't one of these guys that's an isolation guy, giving the ball high ball screen, then he's not going to be great in Cal's system, though. That's the problem. Cal's system, like he could. I think. Listen, not for nothing, he'd be better at Georgia because we definitely run a system. Because Cal needs you to be one of those guys. You know what I'm saying?
I'll say this: what I look at. The collection of talent that Arkansas will have coming in at guard next year will be a lot different. I'll say that. I mean, I forget the kid's name, but bro, he nice. Let me look up Arkansas's basketball recruiting class. We almost at our hour. So,
Right.
and I know everybody watching this Kansas City and Bills game because I'm over here peeking at it too, y'all. So
I know, right? While you doing that, the SEC women, the standings. Let me go through the standings for the SEC women. Of course, we know South Carolina's at the top of the charts. Texas, LSU, and Kentucky are all 6-1 in the SEC play. They're all tied for second. Then you got a couple of 4-3 teams: Alabama, Vandy, Oklahoma, and Ole Miss. Tennessee, who is a really, really good women's team, is now fallen to 3-4, along with Mississippi State and Texas A&M. And then Florida, Auburn, both 2-5, 2-6, and Georgia, Arkansas girls can't catch a break. They both 1-6. And then Missouri is the lone team that has not won an SEC game as of yet. So I don't think that the ladies are gonna get that many teams in. I think the ladies will probably get, I'll say half the conference in. I don't know about 11, 12 like the guys. They good, but they're not good. They're not top to bottom good like the guys are. So
here we go.
Say Cal coach like he still had the best players in the nation. That's just his style, though, Sean. That's what I'm saying. That's his style of play.
I'm gonna tell you like this: with Darius Acuff, Malik Thomas, and Isaiah Seeley, it's gonna be different. Isaiah
for the Hawks.
Yeah, Darius Acuff, bro. Darius Acuff can get his shot from anywhere. And I'm telling you right now, I'm not just
I'm
not blowing smoke. But Darius Acuff's tape is much better than Boogie Flan's.
You about to start up, bro.
I'm just saying, I'm just telling you, Darius Acuff's tape, Darius Acuff Jr.'s tape is much better than Boogie Flan's, bro. Darius Acuff is a problem. I'm talking problem, bro. For real.
Okay. TC say Richmond is a young Devo Davis, a ball of uncontrolled energy. Like I say, young, but you can learn, get him to learn to control that kind of stuff. Mello says the LSU ladies gonna win the SEC tournament.
I don't know. Well, I don't know, Mello.
I don't know.
Hey, we're gonna have to talk about this week on.
I don't know, Mello.
We're gonna have to talk about that this week.
We're gonna do a Right. We'll have to put together a live stream for a preview of the ladies' tourney right before it starts. I think it started on Wednesday, March the. Let me get the date right. I don't want to give y'all the wrong date. Wednesday, March the 5th. It starts on. Right, it starts on Wednesday, March the 5th. So we'll do a live, probably SEC, independent SEC will probably be a live preview of the tournament that Sunday before. So we can do that. You say Acuff, say the number one PG in the country, Boogie was number 5. That's it is, but it also could you got to also take into consideration the competition coming out as well. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's better or worse, but same thing with the draft. You know what I'm saying? Just because a player get drafted in the top 10 don't mean he was one of the all-time greats, and that it could have been a bad draft class. You know what I mean?
Bro, we got 3 recruits right now. Arkansas is the number 4 ranked high school recruiting class in the nation.
What, we in the 20s?
Let me look at Georgia real quick.
At least last year we was top 15. Last year.
Let me look at the SEC.
We don't get those high draft class, high recruiting classes like we do in football.
I can't even find Georgia right now. Here you go.
Hey, it sounds about right though. They
Georgia only number 21.
Number 21. There we go. Hey, that's a good class for us, baby.
Y'all got Jacob Wilkins, Grayson out of Grayson.
That's Dominique Wilkins' son.
Yep. Yeah. Then y'all got Kareem Stagg.
No, not Dominique Wilkins. It's Damian Wilkins, I think, or somebody. He's a Wilkins boy.
And then but y'all got they bigs though. Y'all got number bigs. Y'all got a 6'7" Jacob Wilkins, 6'8" Kareem Stagg, and a 7'1" Jackson McVeigh. Y'all ain't got no guards yet.
Right. Mello say LSU only lost to South Carolina by 10. Wait till it's neutral. Could be, but that's to assume that LSU is gonna make it to the championship. And I'm not saying they not, but Texas and Tennessee ladies might have something to say about that.
But you know what, man? I feel like this year for Cal, man, and we can end the show after this, man. I can still talk, but it's about to be halftime of this Kansas City and Buffalo game. But I feel like this year for Cal is almost like an experiment, man. I feel like he took this year to try something different.
He trying to work with what he got. He's working with what he got. Right.
But I'm gonna tell you like this, bro. If you ruin Darius Acuff and Malik Thomas next season, they just need to let Cal go. It's time to go, Cal.
You say Cal on the hot seat going into next year?
Damn, if you mess up if you ruin Darius Acuff the way you did John L. Davis, bro, that's blasphemous. You gotta go. You got to go. It's time to hang up the coaching board. It's time to hang up the drawing board. It's time to go. Darius Acuff is that deal, bro. And I don't even give when I say somebody is that deal, I mean that. Darius Acuff is that deal, bro.
There it is. Listen. SEC Mo from the Hog Wild Podcast ending the show on the hottest of hot takes. Cal Perry going into the 25-26 season on the hot seat. Facts. If he can't do something with Darius Acuff.
And Darius Acuff, bro. When you get a chance, coach, go watch Darius Acuff and go watch Malik Thomas. That's all I'm gonna say.
There it is. Hey man, Mo, tell the people where they can find you, man.
Man, y'all can go catch me at the Hog Wild Podcast on YouTube, at the Hog Wild Podcast on Twitter, at the Real SEC Mo on Twitter. Y'all can go to my Facebook too. I still got to get 100 followers on Facebook so I can start going live on Facebook. But hey, man, I'm usually on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday anytime between 7 and 8 o'clock p.m., just depending on how I feel. But I'm in grad school right now, and I got a whole lot going on. So y'all gonna catch me when y'all catch me. I'm gonna be on, but I'm usually on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, man, at 7:30 or 8 o'clock p.m. at the Hog Wild Podcast, man.
There it is, man. Hey, y'all know me. It's me, Coach I, man. Rebounded the Stag on the RTH, which is Respect the Hedges channel, covering Georgia football and basketball. And, of course, here on the Fan Addict Sports Network, man. And then y'all don't forget to check out Chuck and Buckets, man. That's where we cover all things South Carolina Lady Gamecocks. That's right, man. We do previews, and then we're going to jump into some live streams too, man. But appreciate everybody that's been jumping on the previews, man. We did a preview for the South Carolina LSU game and the South Carolina Tennessee game. We got a couple more previews coming down the pipe. Hey, South Carolina in a couple of weeks going to be playing against Paige Beckers and the UConn Huskies. So that's going to be another one to look at. That's definitely going to be the in the paint SEC game of the week, even though it don't include one SEC team, but it's still a big time game. You know what I'm saying? We got to do that. So make sure y'all get into both channels, Hog Wild Podcast and here on the Fan Addict Sports Network, to hit that like and subscribe button. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell 10 more friends so we can get this thing popping when March Madness starts, because we're going to definitely be out here.
We going crazy.
That's right, man. And, hey, man, let's see here. We'll say Charles getting in with a late one. Say, I don't know if Coach Cal or AD are in control. I think Tyson, Walmart control U of A as part of Money Talks and BS Walks. For my guy, SEC Mo at the Hog Wild Podcast, I'm Coach I, Fat Ass Sports Network. We out of here.